Good morning. All right. So make whatever adjustments you need to in the seated position. Maybe rock a little side to side and pull the flesh up and find your sitting bones right underneath. Bring the hands on top of your knees, palms up or down, whatever you feel that satisfies you this morning. Drop your shoulders away from your ears and just keep that length in your spine. I'm just going to lower my volume a little bit for myself. And just find your fullest breath without causing any stress anywhere else in your body. So breathe in and out of the nose. It says my connection is unstable. Hopefully not. And then just imagine the breath moving from the very base of your spine all the way to the top of your head, and in that breath moving in a spiraling upward motion, touching upon your spinal, the chakras that are housed from the base of our spine to the crown of our head, maybe touching upon them. And then the energy rises up to the sky and then empties out through the nose. Just a few more breaths here, just slowly, just connecting to our mats, our space, our breath, each other, drawing from each other's energies as well. When you feel ready, just bring your hands to your heart center. Touch the thumbs to the heart. Set an intention for this morning's practice, whatever that may be, a thought, a sound, a mantra, an idea that you can carry through with you. Seal that intention at your third eye, the space between the two brows. Touch the thumb lightly to that space, creating maybe a violet color in your mind's eye. And then bring your hands to the top of your head, pushing the palms together softly. And then take your fingertips together so you create like a steeple with all of your fingers, and just spread your palms away. And then just notice what that does to your shoulders, perhaps. And keep that tented feeling as you raise the arms up over your head. Open up your eyes and just take a little eye gaze up to the sky more than your neck moving. And then taking this breath and opening up, spreading the fingers, release them down by your sides and let your fingertips just crawl out as wide as you can, again, without adjusting anywhere else in your body. Take another breath, find length in your spine, and then just walk your hands, like creep your fingertips over to the right side. Maybe your palm touches the floor, maybe it's on a block, and then stretch the left arm up and over. Use the right hand on the floor or your fingertips to kind of push away from the floor and then spiral your torso a little bit to the left. Relax the shoulders down. Reaching in two directions, the hips down, the arms overhead. Inhale, reach that left arm up, bring it back to the floor. Sit up nice and tall, find that length first, and then creep the fingers out to the left side and reach the right arm up. Pressing the right hip to the floor, reach up and out of your hip. Breathe and exhale. Inhale, rise back up, bringing the fingertips out. So as long as you can release the arms out, and then just turn and walk the fingers over to the right side. So you're looking over your right shoulder. Your right hand's behind you, your left arm is in front of you or perhaps on your knee. And use the hand behind you to give you some length in that spine again, and use the hands to twist a little deeper through the torso. If you feel comfortable, take the left arm outside your left knee. Take the right arm up and lean over to the left side. So all these movements we were just talking about with our spine, 6 movements of our spine. Take the right arm out and cross over your left arm or your left arm and your left leg. Lift your chest up. As you exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Scoop out the belly, relax the shoulders down. And then inhale, rise up and bring your arms into eagle pose. And if the arms don't touch together, that's okay. You can even just grab a hold of your shoulders. Lift the arms up, lift your heart up. As you exhale, bring the arms down, bring your chin down, and see if you can move your fingers a little forward. Try not to rest your weight on your chest. Breathe in, breathe out. One more big breath and release the arms on the inhale. Stretch them all the way up overhead. Exhale, arms down by your side. Walk onto your fingertips. And then turn to your left side. Left hand behind you, right hand in front of you. Lengthen your spine and twist to the left side. Drop your shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. And if you feel you want a little bit more, take your right hand outside your left thigh. Using it as just a little traction. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, left arm up and over to the right side, grounding your left hip to the earth. Using the right arm to give you maybe a little bit more rotation through your torso. And then exhaling the left hand across to the right leg. Lift your chest up. Let's do a couple cat-cows right here. Chin to chest, round your spine. Inhale, pull your heart center through. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, chin to chest, round your spine. Inhale, pull back up. And then cross or double cross your arms. Lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, press the arms down. Depress your shoulders and then bring your fingers forward without resting on your chest. Breathe in. And empty out. One more big breath, guys. Release the arms, release the breath. Bring the arms all the way up overhead. Take your arms behind your back. Lean back. Remember which leg is crossed in front. Shake it out. It's usually the one you always go to. And take the right leg, or the opposite leg, I should say, in front of you. Now you know which leg I go to. And then settle in one more time, and let's just place the hands back on the knees. Pull your heart through, shoulders down. We're going to take small circles, Lori's favorite. Just stirring up the pot a little bit here. Go small, go big, if it feels like it's ready to happen for you. And then let's reverse it. Take it small, take it big. Take it wherever you need it to be. When you're ready, just meet in the center and stay nice and tall here. Good. Bring the arms all the way up over your head. Exhale, reach your arms in front of you. Stop where you first feel some sensation. Could be very early for you. It is for me. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Move anything out of your way. I'm trying to smooth out the natural curve of my yoga mat here. One more breath as you move over to your left knee. Just take it over. Keep that right hip connected. Relax the shoulders. Maybe your head touches your knee, but guess what? Maybe it doesn't, and that's okay. Rise up on the inhale, walk it over to the other side. So one side you might feel a little bit more space, maybe not. Relax those shoulders down, trying not to create any tension anywhere. And then walk it back to center. Walk your hands back in, lift your chest. Lean back onto your arms. Once again, release your legs, shake them out, and then just scoot them over to either side. Come to your hands and knees. Midway on your mat, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tuck your toes, arch your back. Exhale, round and curl your spine. So in a true cat-cow here, pulling the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, arch your back, tuck your toes. Now sit back on your heels with your toes tucked. Walk your hands to your thighs, ignoring the sensation at the bottom of your feet, and just bring your hands to your heart center. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Just breathe. If it really gets too uncomfortable, release the bottoms of your feet. One more breath. Now we're going to go from here. Take your hands down, and then sit back. You're in a low squat. Heels are together, knees are apart, arms are in between your legs. And fold over, let your back round, let your head or your chin come to your chest. Push your mat forward, pull your knees around your triceps, and scoop out that belly nice and strong. One more breath here. Inhale, look forward, walk your hands back to your feet. Bring your knees together, plant your palms or fingertips to the floor. Let your heels come down and separate your feet with two fists in between. Bend your knees so that your hands easily touch the floor. And then sway. This is our first, real full forward bend, so don't rush the straightening of the legs, even if you can do it. And then with the palms on the floor, feel the pressure into the heel of the hands and the fingertips, maybe tensing up a little bit through the middle of your hand. And let your head come down, feel so light, some of you could take flight. Ready? Those of you who do handstands, this is how it should feel. But we're not going there yet unless you really have a desire. On the inhaling breath, place your hands on your shins, lengthen your spine, then place your hands to the crease between your hips and your thighs and rise up to standing all the way up. Bring your hands on your back, fingers in either direction, squeeze your elbows in together, lift your heart up, breathe in. Now leading with that heart, nice range, come all the way up and lead with your heart to take it to a forward bend. Keep your hands on your hips for a moment. And then release your hands to the floor, rise up onto your fingertips or your shins or blocks. Lengthen your spine. Now walk your arms out one arm's length so you're still probably on your fingertips. Breathe in, look forward, and walk it out another arm's length, keeping the heels down on the floor until you can't anymore. Keep walking forward, and we're going to find our downward facing dog here. Rise up onto your tippy toes, pull your kneecaps up, pull your pelvic muscles up and in, chest to thighs, and then roll back towards the floor. So some of you will easily touch the floor and some of you won't get anywhere near it, so what? Who cares? Inhale high on your toes. Move your heels to the right side of your mat, but keep your torso to the center. Inhale on your toes. Let's switch over to the other side. Downward dog, but our chest stays forward, our heels and hips turn. Inhale up to the top and tippy toes up. Now lower your left heel, bend your right knee. Take your right foot off the floor and roll the ankle in a couple directions. And then hook it behind your left foot. Rise up onto your left toes. Adjust yourself as you move into a plank. If this is too much, keep the feet on the floor, or maybe bring your left knee to the floor. Using the heel of the hand to push and resist the earth, lift your hips back up in the air. Good, one more time. On your toes, hook that right foot around your left. Stay in your plank this time and bring your right knee to your chest, rounding your spine. As you exhale, kick that right leg in the air. Take it back behind the right leg. Shift into your plank. Bring your right knee to your chest. And kick it back in the air, three-legged. Bring four on the floor, all four paws on the floor. Lift up onto your toes. Good, bend your left knee, right heel presses to the floor. Take the left foot off the floor, roll through the ankle in both directions, and then hook it behind your right ankle. Rise up onto your toes, shift into a plank. Remember, you can drop to a knee. Good. Exhale. Oh, I think we brought the knee to the chest. Thank you. Kick that left leg in the air, three-legged. Bring it back behind the right ankle. Shift forward to a high plank. Left knee to chest, round and curl. Kick it back up, three-legged. And bring it down, four on the floor. Everybody shift to your plank pose. Resist the earth. Bring your knees to the floor. Release your toes. Drop the chin and chest to the floor. Lower down onto your belly. I'm just going to move my block off to the side a little bit. Bring your elbows in by your side. Thumbs to your rib cage. This, by the way, is called Rachel's Favorites. This playlist. Squeeze the elbows by your side, crown of the head forward. Relax your glutes, point your toes back. Lift your chest up just enough that you can lift your hands up and not use your hands to help here, just your back muscles. If you need to modify, anybody with any injuries, please modify. Don't go into the back bend, just maybe a child's pose works for you. As you exhale, hands down, tuck your toes underneath you, lift your knees up, and push yourself into a plank and downward dog. See, I caught myself sinking. I looked in the camera and I saw myself sinking. Good. Take your right leg back behind your left foot. Shift forward to plank, bring the right knee with you. Listen carefully. Come back into dog with your right leg in front of your left. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your chest, come forward to plank. Come back, left foot in front of right. Right knee to chest, round and curl. Right leg in front of left. One more time, left knee to chest, round and curl. Left leg in front of right. And then separate your feet to your downward facing dog. Lift up onto your tippy toes, look forward, bend your knees, and make your way to the top of your mat. Your way, walk, step, jump, hop, fly. Maybe adjust your camera, some of you, as we start to do some standing poses. Raise up onto your fingertips or shins. Exhale, fold your body in half. Press through the bottoms of your feet, scoop your belly in, and ragdoll to stand. So when you come up to standing, if it doesn't feel right to you to round your spine or to keep your spine long, then adjust it for what does feel right for you. Bring your feet closer together. You can keep them apart if you need to, for stability. Pull your knees up, tuck your tailbone underneath you. Inhale, drop your shoulders down, spread your fingers. Good. Now inhale the arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers, turn the palms inside out, and lean to the right side as you exhale. Lift up and out of the waistline like we did in our twisting on the floor. Inhale back to center. Up and over, left side. My favorite cue here is to imagine that you're over a beach ball and you're just kind of resting on top of it. Lightly inhale all the way up. Open up the arms and just pull the shoulders back and down. Little goalpost arms as you exhale, bring the arms behind your back. Interlace fingers, arms down, chest up. Softly fold your body in half. Hang your head, let your arms come where they will. All dependent on your shoulder flexibility. Feel free to use straps here if you need it. Let the head hang down. Inhale, release the hands to the floor. Hands on floor, shins or blocks as you lengthen your spine. Step your right foot all the way back, big lunge. As you exhale, let's meet in downward facing dog, hips up in the air. As you inhale, come forward to a high plank pose. We've been here a lot this morning already. Lower the knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Glide on your belly, low cobra. Adjust if you're not doing back bending. Exhale, seat to heels, tuck your toes underneath you. From back here, lift your knees up and find that downward facing dog. Inhale back to your plank pose. Look forward. Maybe drop to your knees if you need to, or come halfway down, chaturanga. Roll through, upward facing dog. Breathe, and downward facing dog is where we'll all meet. Or maybe a child's pose for some of you. Breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Look forward, right foot comes between your hands. If you need to, you lower the back knee first to get there. Left leg steps to right, stand up halfway. Exhale, mountain fold. Roll to stand or rise to stand your way. Arms come up, and hands come to your heart center. Release the arms. We don't do side bending right now. We'll just go back up. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, listen carefully. Bring the arms behind your back. It's all good. Lift your chest and forward fold. Hang your head. Inhale, release your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps all the way to the back of the mat. Stay for a moment and meet in downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, low cobra. Maybe lift your arms up. Exhale, seat to heels, tuck your toes underneath you. Lift your knees up. Yeah, feel the energy. Inhale, come to high plank. Exhale, halfway down, modify where you need to. Roll into your upward dog, breathe. Downward dog, exhale. However you get there, left leg comes forward, so you might need to bring the back knee to the floor. Right leg meets, look up halfway. Exhale, fold, and inhale, rise to stand all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart center, exhale. Arms by your side. Inhale, arms up, listen. Exhale, arms behind your back. Lift your chest, inhale all the way. Exhale, fold your body in half, arms up. Release your hands to the floor, halfway lift, inhale. Right leg steps back. Left leg meets downward dog. Inhale, high plank. Modify where you need to, anywhere, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, so we're breath per movement here. If it's too fast, just hang out in downward dog. We'll be there eventually. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, upward dog, thighs up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right foot to the front of your mat, however you get it there. Exhale, left foot meets right. Halfway lift. Empty the breath. Inhale, rise to stand. Bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale, arms by your side. We've got one more side. Inhale the arms all the way up. Bring the arms behind your back as you exhale. Interlace your fingers, one finger over perhaps. Lift your heart up. Exhale, fold your body in half. Inhale, release to the floor, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg back, right leg meets it in a downward facing dog, hips up. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale on your belly, low cobra. Exhale, seat to heels. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, halfway down your way. Upward dog, nice and controlled. Downward dog, breathe. Good, take a couple of breaths here for this time. Take your left foot forward. However you get there. Right foot knees. Halfway lift. Stay here for a moment. Exhale, fold. Separate your feet 2 hips width apart. If they're not, 2 fists apart. 2 hips width apart. 2 fists, 1 hips. Take your peace fingers around your big toes. Wrap your thumbs underneath the fingers between the toes. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, elbows out to the side, head to the shins, and fold your body. Inhale. Inhale. And exhale. Pull yourself closer together. One more breath. Rise up on an inhale. Pull against your toes. Final time. Exhale. Release the hands. Draw the chin to the chest and ragdoll to stand all the way up. Bring the heels and toes together. Bring the arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers. This time release thumb and forefinger and lean up and over to the right side. A little bit deeper into this stretch. A little bit more tension, so please modify where you need. Separating the feet will help. Hands on your hips, of course. Inhale will come up and over the other side. We're back over that beach ball or stability ball if you prefer. I do. Find your length, find your edge, but don't fall off. Come back to center on the inhale. Lift your heart up. Maybe your head drops back. Biceps stay by the ears. As you exhale, release the arms right under left once or twice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come into chair pose. Drop your seat back. Just lift your torso. Drop your weight back into your heels. Inhale, rise all the way up. Arch back, exhale, really open into the shoulders. Drop your hips. Chair pose with your eagle wrap. Inhale, rise all the way up. Release the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold your body in half. Lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Right leg steps back. Turn it on a 45-degree turn. Just check out your alignment. That left hip's going to want to scoot out to the left side. So drag it back in. Toes point towards, kind of almost towards the front. And then hover your fingers off the floor. Lift up through the belly, through the pelvic floor. Rise up to stand, bring the arms with you overhead. Warrior one. Thighs parallel or close to parallel to the floor. Right pinky toe on the floor. Draw the ribs down towards the hips so we kind of create this closeness, knit position, not arching into our lower back. Your hands do not have to touch. Breathe. Inhale, and sometimes we just lose our place. Good. Now, once again, arms out to the side this time. Twisting to the right side. Turn your right foot with you. Find your warrior two. Pump it up once. And then bend again. Good. Reach out back with the right hand, reach forward with the left hand. Try to not sink into your knees so much, but release through the right hip or the hips and drop your pelvis down. Reach out in 2 directions. Breathe. Can you pull back more with your right hand? Exhale. Flip your palms open. Reach towards the front of your mat or front of your room. Left hand on thigh. Listen. Right arm up. Now, take that left hand and lift it up and make sure there's no change in your torso here. If you're putting weight into your left arm, if you lift it up, you're going to collapse, right? So if you have the strength and energy in your core and in your legs, you're going to stay up nice and strong without that left arm helping you. Another big breath. Reach up. Maybe you look up. Maybe you look down. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. Keep that left leg in the same place. It doesn't move. Lift out of your waistline. Exhale, rewind to the floor, spin your back arm and your back foot down, take your left hand to your hip and open to your left side twist. Hug your hips towards midline. Breathe, inhale and exhale. That back leg is nice and strong, pull it up. As you exhale, lower your hand to the floor. Step back to a high plank. Take any variation of a push-up transition that you like. Add push-ups, skip them. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Rise onto your tippy toes, bend your knees. Look at your hands and make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Arms up overhead. Utkatasana. Drop your seat back. All the way back. Ardha Utkatasana, halfway chair. Pulling your hips back, it's like a tug of war. And in order to win this tug of war, you've got to send your weight back a little bit out of your feet, out of your knees, out of your toes. And then rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, left arm under right, once or twice. Arms all the way up, arch back. Exhale, come into chair with eagle arms. Weight back in your heels. Inhale, rise up, arch back. Exhale, come into that chair with eagle arms. Inhale, come on up, reach your arms up. Exhale, take your way down to the floor, halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, step your left foot back. Big step. Turn your left foot on its side. And notice that that right hip just kind of automatically wants to go to the right side, so draw it back to center. Hovering on your fingertips, push the big toe down, little toe of the back foot, and then just kind of glide yourself there. On the inhale, we rise up to warrior one. Arms, shoulders, hips face forward, reaching out of your waistline. So here it's like we're being pulled to the sky, but down at the same time. So the ribs knit down towards the hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Now open your arms to the side. Spin over into your left side. Turn your left toes as much or as little as you need. Right now my thumbs are up, but they can be down, whichever way feels right to you. Pull back a little bit more with your left leg. Arms and legs straighten. Left arm, excuse me. And rebend. Hold, warrior two. So think about your left pinky toe pressing down, your left big toe pressing down. And then again, releasing your hips enough that you don't have to put the pressure in your knee to go down. One more breath. Now reach forward. Right arm on right thigh. Nice and light, left arm up. So lift your right arm up and notice if your torso changes. If it does, you're putting just too much weight. Knee over the ankle. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale. Exhale a little bit more without changing your front leg. Release your left arm back, right arm up, reverse warrior. I know now you want to come out of that leg, I understand. Inhale. As you exhale, windmill down. Turn your back foot in, take your right hand first to your hip. Ding dong, right arm comes up, hug your hips together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Just turn on your mute button, please. Right arm up all the way. As you exhale, right hand comes down, right leg steps back. Take it through your flow, the way you'd like to do it. Adding, leaving behind, downward dog. Be happy enough in your practice that you know when you can take things away and when you need to add them on. Sometimes we need to do less. Less is more. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. High up on your toes, bend your knees and make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Empty the breath and fold. Bend your knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight back. I know this is somebody's favorite pose out there. And then take it to a half chair. Sit back like you're going to be pulled away to the left side or to the front of your mat. And then rise all the way up. Arms down. Let's take our hands on our back and just lift up and do a little release here. Lift your chest up. Some of you can do a nice deep back bend. And others just need a little bit of support to take you there. Okay, good. Come back up to standing. Bring your arms up overhead. Bring your right arm underneath your left arm once or twice. Lift the arms up. Bring them down and come back into that chair. Send your weight to your left leg, lift your right heel. If that's all you do, so be it, right? If you'd like to, cross the right leg over once or maybe twice, or maybe you touch the floor, or even sometimes a block underneath that right foot, right at the outside of your left foot, is helpful. And then get your hips and shoulders in the same line, elbows in line with knees. Hands are just kind of crossing right through the midline of your face. Breathe in. If you like to fold forward, go ahead and take that forward fold. Pulling your elbows in front of your knees. Pull your belly up to your spine. Keep your eye gaze steady. If you are in the folded position, come halfway up. Tuck your tailbone. Drop down a little lower. Rise up with right leg in the air. Float it back. Point your fingers forward. Point your toes back. Reach off your chest. Bend your front knee. Big lunge back. Warrior one with eagle arms. Release the eagle arms. Raise up. Open the arms to shoulder height. Spin to warrior two. One pumping warrior. I'm off my mat. And we meet back. Reach in two directions. Find the outer foot and the inner foot of both feet. Find the lifted instep. Find your hips lifted off of your thighs, right? Nice and strong. Breathe. Now cut through the air, reach forward, left hand on your thigh, right arm up. And then this time take your right arm up and over your head. And see if you want to just spin your heart open. Right arm behind you, bind it. Stay here. Some of you take a full bind underneath that left leg. Let your back rest on your thigh. As you open up, maybe you look at your right shoulder, maybe to the sky. Again, the same thing with that left leg. It doesn't come out when we move from this position. So keep your left knee bent. Breathe, it's been a while. And when you're in this pose, it feels like it's been a while. Now release your bind. Don't change your left leg. Right arm comes back overhead. And as you exhale, it reverses. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Inhale, release your hands to the floor, spin it around, and take your right arm down, left arm up, twist. Good. Left hand to the floor. Step back with your left leg, take it through a flow or skip, meet in downward dog. Hips up. Inhale. And exhale. Right leg in the air. Open the right hip on top of the left hip. Keep your arms evenly distributing weight. Bend your right knee. Turn your knee forward. Stay in a dog. Round and curl your spine. Exhale, shift into plank and send your right foot between your two hands. Take your left leg to meet the top of the mat. Look halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise yourself to standing your way. Exhale, hands, left arm under right, once or twice. Lift your arms up. Sorry for the explicit words. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your seat, chair pose, Utkatasana. Now, keeping everything else the same, lift your left heel off the floor. So you shouldn't have to move your right hip to do that. And then maybe cross it over once or twice. So again, I'll just turn here so you can see. Your elbows and knees line up, your hips are level, your shoulders are level. And then drop your seat down, keep your spine long. If you like to go into the folded version, which we do from a hot practice a lot, pull your belly in, reach your arms forward of your knee, reach your fingers forward. Inhale and exhale. So the purpose is not to collapse on our thigh. Raise your torso up, keep it connected. Rise up slowly, lifting left leg. Float it just through a real quick warrior three with your arms in front in eagle. And then bend your right knee, step back, warrior one. Right leg should be forward. Release the bind of the arms, inhale. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Adjust yourself, so let's do one pumping warrior. Exhale, open out. Left arm pulls back, right arm pulls forward. Now reach forward, right arm on top of the right thigh, just very lightly. And then take that left arm up and over your head. Now you choose if you want to stay here or bind the left arm, maybe bind both arms. If you're binding, but that top shoulder collapses, release that bind, right? Just go for the back bind, the left arm. Breathe in, breathe out. So spinning our heart open, resting the back side of our body on our thigh. One more breath. If you're bound, release the bind, left arm back up, and reverse into, you don't change your legs, reverse into your reverse warrior. Exhale, rewind to the floor, left hand down, right arm up, twist. Drop that right hip down, reach out of your waistline. Exhale, hands down, step back through your vinyasa or skip. We meet in downward facing dog. Hips up. Left leg in the air. Open your left hip on top of your right. Do whatever you want with the knee, the foot, the ankle, but keep your shoulders and chest or your arms evenly distributing the weight. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep your knee bent, keep yourself in dog. Round and curl your spine. Then as you exhale, come forward, left foot steps between the hands, right foot meets top of the mat, halfway lift. Empty the breath, let it go. Rise to stand all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back through your flow. Bend your elbows, bring your knees to the floor. Wherever you need to be, downward dog. Hips up, breathe in. Breathe out. It's just kind of like an eraser. It wipes our slate clear, ready to start anew. Bring your feet to touch. Right leg in the air. Open up the hip, bend the knee. Good. Keep that left heel on the floor. Keep the right arm and the left arm evenly carrying your weight. Turn to dog, bring the knee to the chest, and then shift it through plank to your low lunge. Spin your back foot on its side, warrior one, inhale. Good, listen carefully, bring your hands to your heart center, tilt forward. Just enough, right? Just start to get a little bit of challenge and balance. Then spin back on your back foot, rise up into warrior three, take a few steps if you need to. We did a short warrior three earlier. Reach, 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 reach with your back leg and your crown of your head forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Good. Can you step lightly back from warrior three to warrior one? Arms raised up overhead. Inhale. Now go ahead and straighten your front leg. Exhale, fold over it. Shorten your stance if you'd like to. We're just doing a nice long stretch here. We haven't really done too much with our hamstrings today. Come on, we're pull that right hip in, fold over your leg. Hang your head. Some of you like to walk your fingers back towards the other foot. Some of you can grab the back foot even though we're in a long stance. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm not supposed to be envious, but I'd be envious of that a little bit. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, bring your hands back in line with your toes, and then bring the right hand on the inside of the foot or on a block. Take your left hand to your hip, spin your left leg if you need it, and then rise up all the way to standing, and then make the adjustment if you need to bring the back foot in a little closer. Shoulders stacked, so pull the right hip up to be level with your left hip there. Pull your knees up, reach your torso forward. Now we shift out of our torso. We get as much length before we twist or bend that we can get. Maybe some of you touch your hand to the floor, big toe behind or in front of your foot. Make sure that your back is like you're against a wall, so you can lift out of your right side body here. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Look down, reverse your triangle. As you exhale, spin around to the front of the mat. Take your left knee to the floor. Release the top of the foot. Get enough space there so that you're not sitting directly on top of your left patella, but you're a little bit forward so that you get a nice release into your hips on the left side. Your flex your shoulders back and down. And as I said, we didn't do that much hamstring work, so let's go ahead and straighten that front leg and fold over it. And then just pull your right hip back. If you want to lift your toes, lift your toes. If you need your hands on blocks, please do that. If you don't have blocks, go get them. They're worth it. They're very worth it. If you don't have blocks, books work. Inhaling and exhaling. Rebend the front knee slowly. Tuck your left toes underneath you. Lift the knee up. Keep the weight into the right heel. And then just begin to shift your left leg off the floor, trying to stay as close to parallel as you can. Bring the left knee to the chest, round and curl, and step it down. Utkatasana, chair pose, your favorite pose, right, Jane? And then stand all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold through heart center. Halfway, lift your way, inhale. Exhale, take it to a vinyasa, step back. Go through your flow or skip it, add to it. You do you. Inhale and exhale. Left leg in the air. Open the left hip and the knee. Take yourself centered, bring the knee to the chest, and step it through. Warrior one, arms all the way up. Inhale. Good. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Lean slightly forward. So you're not collapsing on your thigh. You've got a lot of energy in this whole area from your pelvis, your center, and your hips. And then spin on your back foot. And then however many tries it takes you to lift that right leg off the floor, point your toes forward, head forward, toes back, something like that. Square your shoulders and hips, reach as far as you can in 2 directions. Another breath in. Empty the breath, step back gracefully and slowly into your warrior one. Inhale. And exhale. Now straighten your front leg. Release your hands to the floor. Take whatever variations you need to take here. Whatever assistance you need to bring the ground closer to you, fold over. It's all good. Inhale and exhale. Turn your back toes in. Well, you're going to change them this time. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Some of you maybe have walked your hands back, so walk your hands forward. Take your left hand on the inside of your left foot. Spin your back foot as much as you need to. Right arm comes up. Look down. On the inhale, let's rise up. And then let's adjust ourselves. So maybe the back foot's going to come in. We're going to go into triangle. Shoulders over hips. Hug everything towards midline. Reach your arms out in 2 directions. Pull your knees up. And now tilt your hips to the right, your torso to the left. Reach out as far as you can. Left hand comes down, inside, outside, foot shin block. Maybe some of you take your big toe grip. If you do, you might have to shorten your stance. Breathe in and breathe out. Maybe you're gazing up, maybe you're gazing down. Find some energy in the sides of the body. Breathe in, breathe out. Look down at your left toes. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, windmill to the floor. Come on down to your back knee. Release it. Send yourself in front of your knee so you're not sitting directly on top of it. It's actually above your knee, superior to it. And as you exhale, straighten your left leg. Toes up or down. The thing here is try not to shift off to either side too much, so maybe the blocks will help with that. Or maybe you lift your toes all the way up. I think it's all very individual, very personal, as this is our whole practice. We may be doing what sounds like the same poses, but we may look completely different. And I see some lovely ceiling fans and things like that going on. We'll get there. When we get down to the floor, we'll readjust. Rebend your front knee. Good. Tuck your right toes, underneath you. Lift the knee up. Hug everything towards center. Press the heel down. Now, we're going to shift off of our right leg and lift it parallel to the floor. Some of you might even want to take your hands off the floor here. Some of you might want to come to standing from here. So take whatever you need. One more breath. Right leg to left leg as you exhale, knees bent, chair pose, Utkatasana. Rise all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart center. Bring the arms down by your side. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. One more little chair pose for everybody. Bend the knees, sweep the floor. Sit back, feet together or close. Bring your hands to prayer. Lengthen. Twist to the right side as you exhale. Drop your seat to the floor. Thumbs to your heart. Sit down a little bit lower. Inhale. Drop your seat. Take a look at your knees. Make sure that little sneaky left knee doesn't sneak forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale. Come through center. Go to the other side. Now that right knee is going to be the sneaky one, so sit back low. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift your belly off your thighs. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale back to center, chair pose. Exhale, fold and straighten legs. Hang your head. Let it go. Inhale, lift your heart. Now listen. Bend your knees. Come into a low squat. Take your arms out in front of you. Reach your thumbs up, shoulders back. And then see if you can just drop yourself to the floor, coming into Baddha Konasana. So your soles of your feet are together. Interlace your fingers around them, or perhaps just around your ankles. You don't have to be close to your groin. If it feels good, yeah, adjust your cameras if you'd like. Lift your chest all the way through. Pull your heart up. Inhale. Exhale. Take yourself a little bit forward, just to the point where you're feeling, right? feeling, just feeling it. What are you feeling? You might be feeling your inner thighs, you might be feeling your back. Stop when it's too much. Back off when it's too much. Stop when you have sensation. One more breath. Good. Now, inhale, lift yourself tall. Exhale, release your arms, draw your knees together. Hug them close to you, like you really love them, because you do. Inhale. Tall as you exhale, bring your chin to your chest and just scoop out your belly. And so hugging around your thigh, your shins, is going to give you a nice upper back release. Bring your chin to your chest, pull your belly to your spine. Inhale, pull yourself so that your chest and your thighs connect. Squeeze your knees together, squeeze your heels together, and see if you can let go of your arms without moving. It's tricky, isn't it? Chin to chest, round your spine, roll down to the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time. Scoop that belly out. When you get to the floor, bring your knees into your chest. Head down, shake out your neck from side to side. Good. Separate your knees, put right hand on right knee, left hand on left knee, and make big, generous circles through your hips here. Push, pull away evenly. And then reverse it, so you have to pull the knees into you and make circles. And now come back to center, hug those knees into your chest. Hold on to the top of your foot, your shin, your ankles, and lift your head and shoulders up, round and curl, like you're in a Pilates ball. And as you exhale, lower your head. All right, listen carefully, guys. Right leg crosses over left leg once or twice, your choice. So you can just go into Gomukhasana legs, grabbing the ankles, or roll one leg underneath. Take your arms open to the side. Take your right arm under your left arm. We've been here a couple times today, right? So right arm under left arm again for eagle wrap. So you eagle wrap your arms and your legs at the same time. Take a breath in. Now extend your arms and legs away from you. As you exhale, head and shoulders come up and the arms come to the outside of your right thigh. Do that again. Inhale, release. I'm getting a cramp in my hip. Exhale, come to mama. Come back to center. Release, extend. Exhale, arms to the outside of the right leg, and give me a couple little pulses here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lay your head down. Release your arms. They should be nice and open, palms to the sky. Shift your hips right. Let your knees fall to the left. Unwrap if you need to. Take a nice spinal twist here. Take your left hand and smooth out from the hip all the way down the IT band to the outer knee, right arm to the upside, so stretching long through your right side. If you are double or single bound, release the bind, bring the knees close, and then bring them up to your shoulders and get a little deeper stretch, bringing the right arm back out to the right side. You're still gazing to your right side. You're creating a nice release. Anything that doesn't feel good to you, back off. Anything that doesn't feel right to you, back off. If you feel like you need more, bring your knees up higher. One more breath. Good. Now, as you inhale, come back onto your back, open your right leg, soles of the feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. Take your hands on the inside of your thighs, roll the thighs open. So you will arch your back a little bit. Try not to be too extreme here. Maybe bring those ribs and hips closer together. And then take your arms in diamond shape over your head, the same thing that our legs are doing, our arms are doing. Breathe. Imagine, if you will, and if you do have sandbags at home, use them, that you had 2 sandbags on your pelvis or on your inner thighs, and they're just kind of weighing you down. It really feels quite lovely. It's, if I could give you a hand adjustment, I would do it, but not loud. Bring your knees together, besides I have to reach through the camera. Bring your knees and chest close together, round and curl. Lower your head, take your left leg on top of your right once or twice. Open up your arms, take your left arm under your right once or twice, bind. Inhale, extend arms and legs away from each other. Exhale, lift up to the outside of your left thigh. Inhale, back, release. Exhale, crunch. That's all it is a crunch. Inhale, release. Exhale, crunch and stay up. Then we have a few pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay down, open up your arms. Shift your hips left, move your knees to the right. Uncross if you need to. If you need to just uncross the double bind and stay with one bind. Then take your right hand and smooth out that outer thigh, outer hip, left arm overhead. Just give you a little bit more release. And then release your arms to a T. Release your legs. Bring the knees together a little bit closer to your shoulder, perhaps. Turn your gaze to the left or keep your gaze left. Again, if you need more movement, bring the knees closer to the chest. If you need less, separate the legs and bring them further away, maybe even a block in between your legs or underneath your thigh. One more breath. And now bring the left leg up, lay on your back, go back to Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands on the inner thighs to open up and roll the hips outward. Good, bring the arms in the same shape over your head, bend the elbows. Move the ribs down towards the hips, draw the belly button in, pull the pelvic muscles up and in. And as you exhale, bring your knees together. Bring your arms up over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. Extend your legs in the air. Lift your head and shoulders up, flex your feet, reach towards your toes. Stay here as you open your legs, reach a little deeper towards the front of your mat. Inhale, bring the legs up, arms up, head and shoulders stay up if you can. Exhale, open, reach through. One more time, inhale. Exhale, hold on to your inner thighs or your shins. Roll yourself up. Upavista Konasana, sorry. You don't have to go into a wide stretch. Just wherever you land is fine. Hands behind your head, lift up out of your torso. So first, make sure that you're not Shwambhasana, right? Stay connected. Inhale, look to your right leg. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Oh, this is such a surprise that it's Rachel's favorite song. Come back to center, inhale. Lean to your right side, elbow behind your thigh. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left side. Inhale, back to center. Twist to your left side. Rotate. Inhale, back to center. Rotate to the right side. Remember, we have different movements of the spine. Come back to center, inhale, left leg, behind your left leg. Like you're in a pane of glass and you can only move side to side. Come back to center, inhale, stay here. Lift your arms up all the way up over your shoulders. Reach out like you're being pulled to the ceiling and pulled to the floor at the same time. Lean forward, release, release, release. Hands to the floor. Maybe some of you, if you're super flexy, will get your chest to the floor. I think I'm going to be judging that next to me. So now, I don't care if your head goes to the floor, because look what happens for me to get my head to the floor. I'm all rounded, I'm all hanging from my ligaments. So I really don't want you to go there, but if you can get your chest to the floor, great. Great. And again, I'm not supposed to be envious, but I might envy you. Inhale, lift up on your fingertips, walk to your left side. Fold over, keep that right leg connected, so you might have to bend your knees, shorten your stance, whatever it is. Lean over your left leg. Turn your toes up towards your face. Good. Take your left hand on the inside of your left foot, or maybe your thigh, and take the right arm up and lean over the side. Some of you will easily connect both hands to that left leg. I won't be one of those. Drive your right hip to the floor. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more breath as you rise up. Take your hands on either side of the right leg now. Fold over that right leg. Keep your left hip connected. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Keep thinking about pressing that left hip down. Right hand on the inside. Pull yourself up and open up to a side bend. Reach up and over. Only go as far as you can maintain staying on the floor with your both sitting bones. And this time, rise up to the center. Arms come up overhead. One more time, reach out. And take yourself down to the floor. Maybe you have a little bit more length right now. Don't worry about it if you don't. Turn the toes up to the sky so your hips are still externally rotated. You'll see a lot of people in martial arts turning their toes in so they can get all the way down to the floor. Kind of cheating a little bit, but it's okay. I won't argue with any martial artist. Breathe in, breathe out. Shoulders back and down. Go as far as your body will allow you without stress, and then walk yourself back in slowly. Shake your legs out. Good. Bring your legs together. If you have a block, grab it. If you have maybe a towel or something that can give you some elevation, great. If you don't have it, again, I do suggest getting them. They're easy to get on Amazon. Come down to the floor slowly. It doesn't matter how you get there. Bend your knees. Take your block on its lowest side if you have a block. If you don't, you're just going to go into a bridge. Lift your hips up and let your hips rest on that block. So your body weight is just supported by the block. If you are not doing that, you're in a bridge position with, actually if you're in a bridge for this particular one, keep your back on the floor and keep just your hips lifted rather than your back coming off the floor. And otherwise, we're supported by the block. Everybody, right leg in, 90-90, 90 at the hip, 90 at the knee. And then lift the left leg to meet it. Good. Hold there. Lower the right leg down. Keep the left leg on the floor. Lower the left leg down to meet it. We'll do that one more time. Dead bug. Left leg up. Right leg meets it. Right leg down. No, I think it's left leg down. Right leg down. Now stay on this block as you bring your arms up over your head. If you're not on the block again, your back is down on the floor. Okay, can I brag about my daughter? She was in the commercial, she was in the video for this song. She's sitting next to me. She was 30 years ago, that's okay. Lower your arms down by your side. Bring your knees to your chest. Raise the legs up in the air. So if you're on the floor, your back is on the floor, your legs are up in the air. Just kind of reversing a little gravitational force here. Feel your body weight sinking into the floor or the block. Couple breaths here. And now as you exhale, bring your feet back to the floor. I want you to choose whether you want to stay in the supported position or if you want to take a bridge, taking the block out from behind you. So start from the ground up, hold on towards your heels, lift your hips up, roll your shoulders underneath your back if you want a little bit more opening in the chest area. We're going to be doing 2 more of these, or this and 1 more. So first take your bridge if you feel that you want to go into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Hands come by your shoulders, fingers towards your shoulders. You rest onto the top of your head, and then you push down through your hands and feet to rise up into your biggest back bend. If that doesn't feel like it's something you want to do today, or ever, then stay in your bridge or supported bridge. And if you're done, just hug your knees to your chest. When you come down from this, just let your knees come in and windshield wiper a little side to side, because we're going to do 1 more back bend, whether you choose to do it as a bridge, a wheel, or anything supported. So 1 more time, tilt your pelvis, lift your hips up, press down through the tops of your shoulders and your feet, and maybe some of you will take a bind. Some of you might even support yourself with your hands, or maybe you want that second back bend, walk your hands and feet towards your middle. Some of you will even be able to do more than this if you feel like it. You can raise up on 1 foot, lift 1 leg up in the air or not. I wasn't going to do it because I felt like it would be too much on my back. And when you're ready, nice ET. And when you're ready, slowly come down to the top of your head, upper, mid-back. Now hug your knees all the way to your chest. And take your favorite and final spinal twist. Make sure you go to both sides. Do your second side if you haven't already. to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. And I want you to decide if there's anything else that you need to complete your practice this morning. Maybe it's an inversion, a headstand, a shoulder stand, an arm balance. Maybe you were ready for Shavasana 60 minutes ago and you stayed there. And that's all good. So just begin to surrender your, nice Cindy, there you go. Beautiful. If you are ready to come into your Shavasana, that was great, Cindy. Then I want you to lay on your backs. Find a comfortable position. Maybe you need some support under your knees. Open up your arms to the side. Open up your legs to the side so that there's no real form. We just surrender. And slow down the breath. Stop the dedicated breath and let your body breathe its own way. Scan your body from top to bottom, inside, outside. Stay connected only to the breath, not to the thoughts. Those of you who have the luxury to stay longer, I want you to just stay where you are, maybe even turn me off. And for those of you who need to make your way back to some sort of reality, just start to deepen your breath, bring your fingers and toes, do some movement. Take yourself onto either side, just rest for a breath or two as long as you like. And when you're ready, on your own terms, make your way back up into a comfortable seat. Much as we started, bring your hands to your heart center. So enjoy this moment of gratitude for yourselves, for bringing yourselves to the mat today, and for the wonderful community that we've created together that we get to share even virally and so differently than we did 1 year ago. But we have each other, so I'm grateful for that. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace to all. And then just taking a moment to bow down and honor the light we shine within each one of us. Namaste. Satnam. Go in peace. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody. Thank you for being here, live or on video. Stay home, stay fit, stay healthy.